Is negative SEO real? Unfortunately, yes. Negative SEO is real. So I just made a video about SEO in general in terms of the three main reasons why SEO can seem like a scam. It's really hard. Not a lot of companies succeed at it. Not a lot make money off of it. So when you have an environment and an ecosystem that's really hard to cultivate success, you're going to be in a situation where, unfortunately, people in my industry are going to look to see how they can cut corners. There's some people out there that are pretty ruthless and cutthroat, and they're going to figure out whatever it is that they have to do to have success and make themselves money. They're going to go out there and do it. So you have something called negative SEO, and what that is regular SEO is trying to get people, trying to get your small business clients to pop up on the front page to help them make more money. Negative SEO is trying to harm and hurt your competitors, your clients' competitors that are already popping up on the first page. The idea is that to damage the people that are already popping up for the first page of Google or Yahoo or Bing for keywords that you want to rank for, to damage them, to hurt them, to cause them to go on the second or third page, and then maybe your small business client takes their place and pops up to the front page. It's a real thing. People are being paid a lot of money to do it right now, especially with some of the bigger companies that are out there that have the budget to do that. There's a bunch of things that you can do. Basically, it's kind of like doing SEO in reverse, where some people in my industry are knowledgeable in terms of what you can do that Google really doesn't like. That if you do that Google will really penalize you. So I'll give you a basic example. Link building is a pretty popular thing in the SEO industry. If you do it the right way and correctly, it does work, but it takes a lot of time to do it. It's not a automated thing. It's a manual thing. It's built by relationships with people to try and get somebody to link to you. The other main way to do legitimate link building is with content. You create content on a website that people really like, that they naturally would want to share with somebody else, and link to your website. Like, that would be a form of legitimate link building. What people used to do back in the day, like 5-10 years ago, is that they would buy links, and it was effective and it worked for a lot of people. You would pay another website to link to you directly. So for instance, if I wouldn't do it because it's not really a scalable thing to do. I don't do a negative SEO also because it's bad and I try and avoid doing bad stuff when I can. But if I was to do negative SEO, one of the easiest ways to do it would be to look for a really spammy, that's like a jargon word in the industry. I would look for a really sketchy link farm. I would look for a network that sells links that looks really shady, and then I would buy links for the competitor that's popping up on the front page, and then point them to the competitor. And then Google might see that and see, like, oh, this website that's popping up on the front page, they're buying links from this shady network, and then Google might think like, oh, well, we're going to penalize them and maybe devalue them a little bit. So that's like a common thing, a really basic thing that's out there that you can do, which isn't as effective anymore because Google has continued to get a lot smarter, and they're going to continue to get smarter with being able to detect negative SEO, especially with artificial intelligence. They're going to be able to do a better and better job to distinguish, real people buying links versus negative SEO that buy links. But there are people that are out there that will actively try and, for keywords that are super competitive, they will actively try and hurt your website and do things that Google doesn't like. So again, another reason to for most small business owners, a big reason to go after the long tail keywords and the keywords that are really specific that are out there. Trying to rank on the first page of Google for really competitive keywords, can be cutthroat. It's negative SEO is a real thing. if you want to be on the first page of Google for keywords that are competitive, paying for advertising is really going to be the best way to do that. Also known as AdWords, also known as pay-per-click. Paying the search engines for every time that somebody clicks and goes on your website. It does work, and we, here at Custom Way, we do help people make money off of that. So, just something to be aware of. And, if you see something shady that's out there, just know that it might be negative SEO.